Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today I'm going to show you guys 5 free-to-play teams that you can use against Cull Obsidian. Now today we're just going to be doing 5 stage 50 clears with these teams, so depending on your raid level, your cars, how well your characters are built, depends on how high you can go, but you can use these teams for Cull to get it done, guys. So let's dive into the action and let's rock and roll. So we're going to start this show with Scarlett, and we have Cyclops here as a little bit of extra support for her because he gives 15% increase of energy attack to her. And we're also going to be using Ebony, and you guys are going to need his uniform for this, but have his uniforms because he gives that 25% increase to damage dealt to universal types, which really helps her damage, guys. And it's pretty nuts that old girl can take down stage 50 with just these 2 supports. So no mega support like Shuri or Coulson, no one like that, which is pretty insane. Now my Scarlett is built pretty awesome, guys. She does have a mythic uni, she does have a CTP of Rage, she has a fully awakened Power of Angry Hawk set, she has 5-star Urus. She's pretty decked out, guys. I love me some Scarlett, so I got her built all up. And really the most important thing with Scarlett is watching the tornadoes. You know, when you're playing her, watch those freaking tornadoes. If those things come out, you know, and you're in your 3 skill, kind of move around and get away from them, or just hurry up and hit your 4 so you at least get that mind control up. Now, Black Dwarf has a cut time in his stage against him, you know, so what happens is he more or less is debuffing your mind control. Her mind control usually lasts about 10 seconds, but when you face him Black Dwarf, that gets cut down to about 4 to 5 seconds, give or take. And that really, you have to be really careful because he can still kill you, guys, like especially in higher levels. But if you have a low raid level and you're facing a lower level, you'll still have the same problem. She can still die. So you really want to watch those freaking tornadoes. And whenever Black Dwarf spins around, that's another time that you either want to get away from him or just make sure you hit the 4 to get him under mind control so he isn't spinning around. And that's really about it. The poison, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, you'll take a little damage from it, but it's not a big deal, guys. She has a native heal in her kit, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. I mean, she's pretty awesome, guys. I mean, her heals and her passive, I mean, she has all defense down on her 4 and her 3. I mean, I've talked about Scarlett multiple times, guys. She's insane, and this is a character that, well, I use every day no matter what, whether it's as a striker or as a world boss clear. I mean, Scarlett's just insane, guys. And you guys see the strikers that I'm going to be using. Now here's something real quick that's awesome about her. You know, as long as you got that mind control, you can take Black Dwarf out of this little phase here to where he, see, I just canceled his little purple attack there so he couldn't get a hold of me, which is nice. But I have Ancient in there, 1 for his 10% extra damage dealt to supervillains. Now he's not going to be doing any damage coming in. If you guys notice, I'm not using the purple button. I want to show you that these characters can do this without any kind of help, except for just having strikers there just to be there to give that extra damage. You know, having Ancient 1 gives that 10% extra damage dealt to supervillains. Having Chirag there, now Chirag will actually do a little bit of damage, but she gives 10% damage dealt to supervillains. Doom gives an 8% energy attack buff to Scarlett. And Deadpool, of course, for his all defense down. And Psylocke is an amazing character to have with Scarlett because Psylocke has a mind resistance down that she uses quite a bit when she comes in there. She uses her 4 skill quite a bit as a striker. So that mind resistance down will synergize really well with Scarlett's mind damaging skills, which is awesome, guys. And just look at her, man. She just takes this down, no problem. Man, Scarlett is insane. Even now, over a year after this uniform was introduced, she's still one of the best characters in this freaking game. Easily, man. Easily. I mean, she is up there, guys. God almighty, she's awesome. And you know, and the thing I love about Scarlett, she's easy to play. Now if you have a damage proc on her, you know, you got a CTP of energy, or you got just a regular obelisk with a damage proc, you know, it should be a little bit more difficult, but as long as you get the proc on the 5, the 4, or the 3, you're good to go. You know, you just want to make sure that if you're using the 5, the 4, or 3, let them skills, if the proc engages, just make sure you let the proc stay on that skill. Don't cancel it. because if you cancel it, you'll cancel your damage proc, and you don't want to do that. So for example, if I hit that 3 skill and the proc just hits, let the 3 play out a little bit. Then go into your 1, 2, 5, and then go into your 4. Try to make the proc last as long as you can on one skill. But with the rage, well, you guys see, it's pretty much a catwalk with the rage. Not bad at all, man. 38 seconds, and I hope I'll get some freaking books because I need them. Oh, Gene drained my butt. Right now I only have 2. So it doesn't look like we got any. Crap. Well, on to the next one. Now we're going to be using Cable, and we're going to use She-Hulk for her 60% damage dealt to supervillains, and we're going to use White Fox for her 60% damage dealt to supervillains, as long as your character has leadership, which Cable does. And you don't really need, like, I don't need to use White Fox. I do this with Cable, with Coulson, or not with Coulson, but like with Shuri or Valkyrie guys. And he can get it done, but what happens sometimes is you get a little screwed. You might play a good game, but at the very end, Black Dwarf will start freaking iframing like crazy, or he'll throw down his purple right when you start your 5 skill, and you got to cancel your 5 skill, so you lose a lot of damage by running around, wasting time, and that's the bad thing about Cable. Other than that, Cable's pretty damn awesome. You know, the other thing is the 5, leaving him rooted in one spot. That kind of sucks, but man, he's got that heal on the 3. I mean, he is great, guys. And, you know, in the rotation you want to do is you just want to go 4, 3, 2, 5. Try to stay away from the 1. If you use the 1, it's going to throw your damage proc off. And my Cable does have a CTP of energy. He has a Mythic Uni. He also has 5-star Urus, fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set. This is going to be a common theme you're going to see amongst all these characters, guys. They're all really well built. But as I said earlier, you know, whether they're well built or not for you, whether your cards are as good as mine, whether you have as high raid level as mine, you can still use these same teams for Old Cull or Black Dwarf, whatever you want to call them. I'm so used to calling them Black Dwarf because I played it. Now right there, that purple, I had to run away. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. You lose a lot of damage. Now right there, look at this, I got to run away again. This is why I like to bring White Fox in there, to give a little extra damage to make sure we can get it done. Because I actually play this a few times, and if I run with a different support character other than White Fox, sometimes I just run out of time, and it really freaking aggravates the crap out of me. I mean, it just sucks. You know, you play a good round, and yeah, you just, like right there, I gotta run away. It sucks. Another thing you can do, guys, is whenever Black Dwarf throws that purple, you could just hit the 1 and go into an iframe and cancel the purple skill. A lot of times what I do is I just kind of run away. And when I play Cable, guys, I always, you know, he does have invincibility on his 5, which gives him super armor. Now, you don't want to get caught in that spinning rotation that Black Dwarf's doing there, but if you're in the 5 skill already, it doesn't matter. That super armor will protect you from getting guard broken, so you'll be able to deal some damage. You really got to be careful with old Cable, man. He is, I mean, he's a powerhouse from hell. He's strong as, I mean, guys, stage 50. I mean, he's strong. That's pretty insane. Pretty freaking insane. But man, you gotta play him really carefully. And like I said, all the your skills getting canceled from the purple or Black Dwarf going into the iframes in his last phase can really screw you at times. And another little tip, guys, is while your invincibility is engaged, look at the countdown in the top left hand corner for your invincibility. And when you get down to 1 second, run away. Run away. Whoa, run away, run away. I need to run away right now. Whoa, we don't get caught in that. Watch out, watch out. A Black Dwarf does 2 charges after he does them iframes. Then he throws out that orange highlight or red highlight. I'm not really sure what color it is. Looks kind of orangish red. And then you just want to move to the side from those skills. Watch out, see? That's what I'm talking about, guys, man. You lose a lot of freaking damage because of that kind of crap. Man, that's aggravating. It's only when he throws down the, like there, when he throws that purple, guys, you better get the hell out of the way. Black Dwarf, that has penetration and he will kill you. And what I do, guys, is he'll do it 3 times. And on the 3rd time, I'll go ahead and hit Cable's 4th skill, and then I'll go into the 3, 2, 5. and you get it done. And thank you, Scarlett, for coming in there. Make this job a whole lot easier. Something else, when you're playing with Cable and Scarlett comes in there, if you're using her as a striker, you can just let that 5 play out a little bit and go ahead and hit the 4, 2, 3 again. Go back into the 5. Pretty awesome. And you guys see strikers, I do have anti-venom. It's nice to have those heals in there. And I got Scarlett for a mind control, Chirag for the 10% damage dealt to supervillains, Dr. Doom for his 8% energy attack, and of course Deadpool for his all defense down. The strikers are going to be very, very similar, guys. See that peckerhead? Man, we are pushing it. God almighty, it sucks. I've actually done this, guys, with like 1 minute to spare, but Black Dwarf's really being a nuisance in this run, that punk. Come on, buddy. Yeah, you're going down now, buddy. Going down. See ya, Pecker. Cable getting it done, guys. Freaking awesome character. Oh, and I got a book. Hell yeah. That's freaking sweet. Need all those I can get. Now we're going to be using Captain Marvel. And we're going to be using Ronin's leadership, that 50% all attack for universal type characters. And we're going to be using Warwolf. And the reason I'm using Warwolf is because my Captain Marvel has a CTP of Rage. And honestly, guys, she could do this with a CTP of Energy or a regular damage proc with proper gameplay. But with the Rage, she's just going to do a whole lot better. The Rage is pretty, I'm not going to say optimal for her, but if you have one, this really should be the first character you put it on, unless there's another character you just love a whole lot more and you just want to put a Rage on them. Captain Marvel, because of her freaking, well, but before I get into her, we'll talk about Warwolf. I'm using Warwolf because it gives that 30% increase to critical damage because you use a Rage, her critical damage is going to be really low, so it's nice to have that. Plus, I have his all attack, or his attack buff on his 5th skill, which gives an 80% all attack for 15 seconds and a 60% crit rate buff for 15 seconds, guys, which is pretty nutso. But anyways, with Captain Marvel, because of her tier 2 passive, or I'm sorry, her tier 2 passive, increase all buff effect by 20% and duration by 30%, it just bumps that Rage's power up like crazy. And the duration of it. The proc lasts for 7 seconds, guys, with her, which is nuts. And the Rage's procs, it just stays engaged the whole time. You don't cancel it by running, by using other skills. And it's just, God, it just makes her so freaking strong. The only difficulty with Captain Marvel against Black Dwarf is survivability. It's really just the tornadoes, guys. When those tornadoes out, you got to be very, very careful. And there, I got freaking caught. God dang it. But hopefully we can survive. And I do got anti-venom in there. And you guys see the same strikers as before. Scarlett and Chirag and Dr. Doom. And Deadpool, of course. But guys, man, she is freaking awesome. I mean, Captain Marvel is one of my little go-tos when it comes to PvE content, man. She is insane. She is freaking nuts. And like right there, guys, I see some heals. I'm going to go run out and get those. Alright, oh crap, I couldn't get those other heals. That sucks. Freaking pecker. But you're pretty safe, even when the tornadoes are out with this new uniform. All you gotta do, guys, is just make sure, just try to use just the 4 and the 3. Use the 2 sparingly and stay away from using the 1. And you should be good to go with her. You know, a lot of times I'll hit the 2 and then I'll go into the 4 and then I'll just go straight into the 3. And she's freaking nuts, man. Good lord. I mean, we're not using no mega support for her, guys. You know, she's getting, I mean, she has a 30% increase to energy attack, but with Ronin, she's getting a 50% increase to all attack, which gives her an extra 20%, and then we just got Warwolf in there. And she's doing this, guys. This is nuts, man. This freaking girl is crazy powerful. And again, her build is the same as the other ones, guys. She has a fully awakened Ice Away set, Power of Angry Hawk set. She has a CTP of Rage, like I mentioned earlier. She has a Mythic Uni. She has all 5-star Urus. I mean, she's all decked out. All these characters are going to be decked out, guys. Every one of them. You know, when it comes to my tier 3s, or just like major powerhouses like Cable, I usually deck them out if I can. Man, this girl is awesome, man. Jesus Christ. She really should be your first tier 3. Like, if you don't have any tier 3s, guys, Captain Marvel should be your first tier 3 because she's just a well-rounded character. Not only is she freaking amazing in PvE, but she's freaking awesome in PvP too. I mean, that ignore iframe on her 4 is nuts. I mean, she is awesome, guys. Super power. Look at this, guys. I mean, we're going to clear this in about 4 minutes. Pretty nuts. Look at that. 4 minutes with no mega support. How crazy is that? Do we get a book? Do we get a book? Might be. Hell no. Oh, well. Crap. That's a bummer. And now, I know you guys have seen a lot of Jean Grey, but I gotta throw in Jean, guys. She's just so easy to play. And we got Ancient One for his 45% increase to energy attack to blast types. And also we're using him for his tier 2 passive, which increases damage dealt to all element damage by 25%, which is really going to help her mind damage on her 3 and her 5, and her fire damage on her tier 3. And then we got Shuri for her 45% damage dealt to supervillains. And Shuri does have 35% decreased damage received from supervillains, but Jean Grey is so freaking tanky, she doesn't need it. Enough never could be said about this girl. She's pretty nuts. As far as my build, she does have a CTP of Rage. She has a fully awakened overdrive set. She has all 5-star Urus. I'm actually, guys, she's so freaking strong. And the truth is, when it comes to the way that I play, I don't really need a Rage on her. I mean, it's optimal. I mean, it makes her as strong as she can be, but I don't need it. For all the clears that I do with her, I don't need it. So I'm actually thinking about taking this CTP of Rage off of her and putting it back on Thor. Because Thor just, guys, look, I love Thor, and I just want him to be the best version of himself that I can make him. And when he has a Rage, man, he's pretty dang insane. But I find that when I get in high levels of Shadowland with him, having a damage proc, I mean, he does well, but he struggles a whole lot more than what he does with a Rage. Whereas Jean Grey, if I have a CTP of energy or a damage proc on her, she's so damn strong that she'll get it done in any game mode that I want. She's going to clear the content that I need her to clear. So I'm seriously considering taking the Rage off of her and putting it on Thor. You know, if there's any other videos you guys would like to see with Jean, let me know before I unequip this Rage. I'm going to leave it on her for a little bit longer. Might tinker around and play some other stuff. But man, she's insane. I mean, you don't have to worry about getting caught in tornadoes. I don't worry about getting hit by the purple. I mean, nothing. She's just freaking, her survivability is just through the roof on top of her damage. I mean, the girl is bonkers, man. Jesus, she's insane. I mean, how powerful is she, man? Good Lord. I mean, guys, she's making short work of old Black Dwarf. And you guys have seen the videos before where I used her and took down a stage 58 with her. But that's with Nick Fury's leadership and Coulson's support. And man, she's insane, guys. Good Lord. This is by far the easiest clear of them all. When it comes to clearing this stage, Jean is the easiest of them all. And I'd have to say that Cable is probably the most difficult, at least for me, guys. But let me know, what you guys think about that. If you think that, Cable's easier than some of the characters that I say are easier, or if he's more difficult, or you agree with me. Oh yeah, you're going down, buddy. You're going down. Look at this, guys. Just a little over 3 minutes. Pretty insane, man. Pretty freaking insane. Gosh dang it, no book. 479 raid level. We're getting up there, man. We're getting to that 499 range. And now, guys, I had to do it. Chirag. And we're going to be using Star-Lord's leadership, that 50% increase to energy attack. And we're going to be using Coulson for his 45% damage dealt to supervillains and his 20% guaranteed critical rate. And what can we say about Chirag? Good Lord. And if any of you guys are wondering who is the strongest of all these characters against Black Dwarf, it's Chirag. She is stronger, guys. Even with Jean Grey having a CTP of Rage, Chirag is still stronger, guys. She just is, man. Her tier 3 is nuts, guys. I mean, you hit her 3 skill before you hit her tier 3, you're going to get a 225% accumulated damage effect going on. And if you land that tier 3 and then freaking Deadpool comes in and does that all defense down, oh my god. As far as tier 3s goes, Sharon Rogers has the highest burst damage tier 3 in the game. Burst damage, guys. It is just insane how strong it is. Even her 4 skill, when you hit that thing, you can see how much damage it does. It's pretty freaking nuts. Now, my Chirag is built pretty awesome, guys. She also has a Mythic Uni. She has a CTP of Energy with a 200% damage proc. She has a Fully Awakened Overdrive set. And she has 6-star Energy Attack Urus, and the rest of her Urus are 5-star. She's built up pretty awesome because I play Chirag constantly, guys. When it comes to pushing high-level world boss, whether it's Corvus and Proxima using the Deadpool method with White Fox, or whether it's pushing Thanos and Black Dwarf, she's the one. She's the one, man. And, you know, Ebony, well, that title belongs to Luna. You can make an argument for Scarlett, but guys, I've tested it, and Luna's the kingdom come when it comes to Ebony. But, man, this girl's just nuts. And look at the time, guys. Look at the time. Now, the thing about Chirag versus Jean Grey is Chirag, it really depends on your gameplay and whether or not you're taking damage, whether or not your proc's landing where it belongs, whereas Jean Grey is just so easy to play, it's not even funny. So Jean's way more consistent, guys. Now, we're killing a lot of time here because of all this crap. Here we go. Oh, yeah. See ya, boy. Hail to the yeah. So that's 5 clears for you guys, man. Free to play style. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.